Alright, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. So this build, we're just gonna make survivors scream all the time. So whenever they're trying to take off the reverse bear trap, then they just can't, since they're gonna be screaming and losing their progress constantly. And for this build to work, we've got all of these perks. So we've got ultimate weapon, so whenever you open the locker, all survivors within 32 meters of you scream. Thwax, so you start with 3 tokens, and whenever you break a pallet or wall, survivors within 36 meters of you scream. And you also gain a token every time you hook a survivor. And lastly, Hex Phase of Darkness, since this perk is passive, so it's just gonna make survivors scream all the time without us needing to do anything. So whenever you injure a survivor, this perk activates, and basically it makes it so that whenever survivors are outside of your terror radius for 25 seconds, they scream. And this is especially good on the pig, since you can just crouch and have no terror radius, so the survivors scream every 25 seconds no matter what. And of course, Hex on dying so that the totem doesn't get cleansed. So not only with all these perks, it's basically impossible to remove the traps, but we also got these 2 add-ons. Tampered timer, so traps activate 20 seconds earlier, and crate of gears, so it takes 33% longer for survivors to take off their head traps. But yeah, that's basically the build, and these games are pretty insane, so let's just get into it. Alright, we have the Hawkins National Laboratory, which is actually pretty good. This is a small map, and it is closed, so it's gonna be better for us crouching all the time. And yeah, first of all, we gotta find the survivors, but we don't want to tunnel them. We just want to kill one, put a trap on them, and then just leave them to die for them from the trap. We want all the killing to be done by the traps, and we just, you know, find the survivors and put the traps on them. So we've got this one on steady here. Let me just quickly M1 him, because he's playing on the guitar for some reason. And then I'll go for this guy, since this is gonna be easier. Just gonna go around like this, and then we should be able to get the M1, and perfect. I will just follow up on him and go around like this. I won't go around the whole tile, since he'll probably just expect that. And I probably can do the same thing here, just like this. He probably won't expect me to back down again, so yeah. I knew he was gonna think that I will do it again, so they did cleanse my totem though, unfortunately, but... Wait, actually, I forgot to put on my head trap. I always do this as the pig. I don't know if everyone else has like the same program, but I do that all the time. And yeah, the survivors are already constantly screaming, so I'm just gonna kick him here. And now that he has a trap, we can just leave him for the rest of the game and probably nothing to do with him. But yeah, let me just go to this gen, since I know the survivors are working on it. I'm just gonna sneak up though to get a sneaky hit. And yeah, unfortunately, they already completed it. But she went through the gates that were just opening here. I'm just gonna go around like this. Actually, before I go up there, I'm just gonna break this pallet so that I don't have to do that later on. We're already using up our stack, I mean our thwack tokens. Yeah, I remember its name, but yeah, let me just go for this survivor here. We're gonna crouch under the pallet, go around like this, and we should be able to get them one, and perfect. I'm just gonna get a quick follow-up, probably, just going here. There aren't really good strong pallets around this loop, so we should just be able to get her here, and perfect. I'm just gonna put on the trap onto her real quick, and then we can get her on the hook. I'm not sure if we still have our totems though. I'm pretty sure they already cleansed both of them. It's fine though, I don't really need 2 of the totems. I mean, I have other perks to make them scream, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, let me just go for the survivor. Or actually, wait, it's the survivor with the head trap on. I should just leave them be. I will just open the locker in case they're doing anything, and hopefully they will scream. And perfect. If he was opening a head trap, then that means that he just screamed and didn't get it done. And nice, we already found the thing here. She doesn't have a head trap on, so I will just commit to her, even if it takes a while. And yeah, she's definitely gonna volley it again, so let me just go like this. And perfect. I'll just go up to her here. The window is blocked, so after we go up here, she should be pretty dead. Unless this survivor body blocks, but they're not smart enough to do that. I will just go around like this, and she's dead. Alright, perfect. She might have a build to, you know, jump down from this place, but I don't really mind, since all I care about is the head trap. So if I do get the hook, then I don't really care. But she doesn't, so that's perfect. I'm just gonna hook her here anyways, so let me just get her onto this hook, and then quickly open a locker, or just like break a pallet or anything to make them scream, since, you know, I want to make sure the survivors don't get the traps off. And alright, unfortunately the Alucard or whatever he's called got his trap off somehow, but you know, with this build sometimes it just happens. And yeah, we did find him here though. Like, he got the trap off probably because of Face the Darkness, so I'm just gonna go like this. Like, unfortunately, it got cleansed, like, instantly, so we didn't get too good totem value. But let me just kick this, in case the Claudette is nearby, and I'm pretty sure she was, yeah. We can hear her taking off the trap here. So I'm just gonna get her off that, like this. I'm actually just gonna kill her, since it would just be easier for us. And hook her again. Like, I know I shouldn't be hooking the survivors like this, but when they're doing the traps, then I really have no choice. But yeah, There's a survivor probably working on this gen. I'm just gonna kick it after I hook her here. Then I'm gonna leave her though, so it doesn't seem like she has a lot of time left on the trap since she was really desperate to get it off. But yeah, let me just kick this gen real quick and go on the hunt again. I'm not gonna be crouching a lot since they already cleansed my face, the darkness, so I don't really have any point to do that. But I will try to get the traps on like the Alucard or whatever the other survivors are. And alright, there he is, the one that got off his trap. Let me just go down after him, and we should be able to just get an M1 even if he vaults. Perfect, just like this. Oh, never mind, I did have my hex. Well, I don't have it now, so that's something. I didn't even know it could spawn up there, but I guess I just didn't see her. It's fine though, since, you know, that's crazy. I didn't know that was a part of the map like this. Let me just get him here though. And put a trap on them and then hook him onto this hook. He's gonna be death hook after this, so you don't want to get him. But yeah, there's still 3 survivors with head traps on right now, so I'm just gonna make sure they die from them as soon as they can. You have to know though, it does take a while for the traps to actually kill the survivors. It's not instant or anything like that. But let me just go to the middle and open up a locker in case they're doing any of those traps. And nice, we've got the Fang that probably wasn't doing the trap or whatever, but you know, we still got her to scream. Or actually she was, since you know, there's a trap thing here. Let me just get these survivors of the gen. So that's perfect, we did get her off that trap. And I won't actually go for her since she does have a trap on. Let me just kick this gen and then go after this survivor here. And yeah, we found him here, so let me just go after him. The other survivor got on hook, but that's fine. We want to make sure that their traps are active, and they aren't active when they're on hook or when they're like chased by me. Yeah. But let me just get this survivor. I don't think she'll get it nowhere since there are no pilots here, so we are just gonna down her here, and that's gonna be perfect. I have no traps left for her, so sadly, you know, she has to be left out. But you know, at least her teammates can die by our hands, so I guess they're gonna be satisfied by that. Let me just hook her here, and then kick the pallet or open a locker that's right next to me in case they're doing anything. Just like this to get thwack value. And nice, we've got a survivor to scream here, so is the Claudette. She was probably doing a trap or something. And yeah, as you can see, she was definitely doing the trap here. Let me just hold my ambush and go around like this. She does drop the pallet with a little bit of mind games, so I will leave her though, since she does have a trap after all, and I don't want her doing that. I'm pretty sure the survivor is going to be on the hook for a long time, since the other ones are pretty desperate to get their traps off right now. So let me actually go to this side of the map and open a locker as soon as I can to make sure they scream. I'm pretty sure there's someone around here, so let's see. Perfect, he did scream. So as you can see, there was probably a trap there, and yeah, there was laughing, so he definitely was trying to get his trap off. Let me just chase him, get an M1, actually get him off this trap. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Let me just kick this real quick and chase him out of this area, so you know, he doesn't have to do the trap. I will just kick this pallet and then leave him alone, since you know, he's pretty far away from the trap thing and he's probably not gonna do it in time anyways. So yeah, let's go for these survivors though. This gen is still regressing, so that's perfect. Nobody's working on this head trap. Everything is going as planned. 3 of the head traps are active right now. She walked right into me too. Let me actually... Oh my god, I could have saved this pallet for later. It's like in a perfect spot to kick it for thwack. But you know what? It's fine, because I doubt these survivors are going to survive any longer anyways. I am going to get out of chase though, so the trap activates more longer. And I need to go find a locker somewhere like close to the edge of the map, just like this. So in case anyone's working on a trap, they're gonna scream. And nice, the Fang just screamed. She was definitely doing that trap over there. Let me actually injure her and make sure she, you know, doesn't get that trap off. And perfect, she's gonna go out of the way and not get that trap. This build is just coming along so well. Let me just get her off. There was actually a survivor here, if I'm not... Yeah, perfect. I am actually just gonna let her escape though, because I want to leave that pallet for me to kill it later, and then, you know, hopefully the head trap is gonna kill her. Oh my god, am I tripping, or did 2 of the survivors get their head traps off? Well, good job by them. Let me actually just kill her here. It does show that she's excuse me, I'm pretty sure she was down there. Well, I guess it was like weirdly timed. Yeah, let me just use my power here. She will have to fall, and I will just go around. Oh, we barely missed. It's fine though, since there are no pallets here, so I can just get an M1 anyways. Let's hopefully get the Fang to die though, since all the other survivors didn't. That's pretty insane though. I didn't expect this build to, you know, not get them killed, but they were definitely searching, as you could see, throughout the whole game. For those crates. So if I didn't even get them down with those crates, I definitely like wasted all their time from the game, from doing like the gens into the crates. But let me just continue going for this survivor. Oh my god, not sure how I missed that M1 there, but we're still just gonna get her here anyways. I will just kick this pallet, even though I don't have a thwack token, since it's just gonna get her. And yeah, the Fang did actually die from the trap, so we did get a kill. If we didn't get Hexface the Darkness Cleanse like really early on in the game, then more survivors would definitely die, but sadly sometimes it's just like that, where you just can't get that value all the time. But let's still get this Claudette. This game is still pretty much over with, since they wasted all their time on getting the head chops off, and it's just so much pressure. Even when you don't get the kills, it's still pretty insane. Let me just pick this survivor here, and then go for the last one. Not sure where he is, or actually I do, since I can just see his scratch marks. I was gonna break a pallet or wall or whatever to see him with thwack, but we don't have to do that, since we already know where he is. Let me just go around like this. He doesn't drop the pallet, obviously, or he does. That's pretty insane. I didn't expect him to do that. Let me just get an M1 here. We could just ball after him. Honestly, it doesn't hurt to do that, especially after the killer. We just get it like done easily. Let me crouch here, use my ambush. He's gonna have to drop the pallet, and then we can just down him here, and that's perfect. Let me kick this for thwack, just to know where the other survivor is. She is far away, so that's actually good to know. And let me just hook him onto this hook, and then we can go look for the last survivor. I'm pretty sure he's also dead, so we're just gonna have to look for the hatch and the last survivor. I will definitely use my locker perk to find her, if not find the hatch. So let me just go find a locker here, and perfect. I will open it, and if she's nearby, then she will scream. And perfect, we know where she is. She's on like the second floor, and we also know where the hatch is. So after closing it, we know instantly where to go. Anyways, if you're enjoying the video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, because I'm like 400 subscribers with 1,000, and I'd say I'm pretty close. And yeah, we found her here, so let me just get a quick M1, and let's just mori her. Alright, we have Grim Pantry. I actually find this map pretty good as the pick, since it's hard to find the head traps, and the survivors just have a really hard time to get them off. But yeah, first thing you should do is go find a survivor and put the head trap on as soon as we can, so that we can get the pressure rolling early. But yeah, I already hear them working on this gen, so I'm just gonna go like this, and we're probably just gonna get her jump scared. Oh my god, I did not expect to get her grabbed, but you know, we still got flashlight saved, which is fine, since we still got her injured. Like, I can't expect to have everything for free at the start. We should still get this done pretty early on, though. It doesn't really matter. Just gonna break this pallet real quick, and we're just gonna chase after her, and she's definitely gonna have to drop the pallet, and perfect. I will go for this survivor next to her, though, since it's just a free hit, and I'm actually just gonna chase after her, since she seems like an easier target. I can just crouch here, and we should just be able to get her down here, and perfect. That was a pretty quick down. Let me just put the head trap on and make sure nobody is around for the flashlight save. I don't think there is, so I'm just gonna hug her down in the basement. And yeah, even if you don't get kills with the head traps, then this is just so much slowdown. And yeah, I already hear them healing here, so I'll just go for the Nia. That was kind of unfortunate that we didn't make it in time, but we still made it pretty close. I will chase after her here, and we should be able to get the down pretty fast, especially over here. And perfect. That was like a, I don't know, 10-second chase. Let me just put the head trap on, and then we can pick her up. Hopefully no flashlight save this time, but we were pretty unlucky with the fact that there was a second survivor on that gen. It doesn't really matter though, since we still got the head trap onto her, and the other survivor's head trap is active, so that's perfect. I do see her there, so I'm just gonna go chase after her, since I'm pretty sure she wants to get the trap off. Yeah, let me make sure she moves as far away from the trap as she can, and then we can just leave her and go for the other survivors. Actually, let me just open this locker here real quick, so if she is working on that, then she will scream, or just another survivor. That's still fine. She will definitely drop this, and if not, we should be able to get them one. Yeah, we don't make it, that's fine though. We can just kick it, and we still get thwack, so that's also pretty good. And yeah, with thwack we can see her aura. Just ignore that miss, it didn't happen. And yeah, we should just be able to get her here, so that's perfect. I will put my head trap onto her, and then we can go chase after the other survivors. Let me just get her on hook here, and then I'm pretty sure there was a survivor over somewhere in this area, so I'll just kick this gen real quick, and then we can go open a locker to hopefully make her, you know, not get her head trap off, or just see where she is. There is a survivor somewhere here. I will just kick this pallet real quick, so that we see him more like carefully, and also in case anyone was doing a head trap just like there, we can go and interrupt them now, since you know they won't expect it. I will actually not crouch, since she's injured anyways, and we want to get her off the head trap, which is most important. And perfect, I could get her down, and honestly I might just do that, or actually nah, because I want the head trap to kill her, not the other survivors. I mean, not me, so I'll just go around here and start injuring all these survivors, so not only only do they have to worry about their head traps, but they also have to worry about, you know, healing. Since I'm also playing as the pig, so I can just be undetectable at all times, and they will just, you know, need to worry about that. I am going in main building though to open a locker to hopefully interrupt the Thalita in case she is doing the head trap, and she was. I don't think she'll definitely not make it in time. I have a feeling she might die, so I'll just leave her be, and I'll just chase after this Carlos and get a quick down on him. He doesn't have a head trap on, so I'll just get one onto him real quick, and I'm pretty sure she is doing this thing over here, so I will interrupt her so she can't make it. And yeah, as long as I push her back, it's fine. Let me just get the head trap onto him, and then we can hook him and get the head traps going. And yeah, I will open the locker as soon as I can, upstairs though, so the Thalita making the trap or whatever is going to get, you know, notified hopefully. And if not, then that's still fine, since she has her head trap active, and it doesn't seem like she'll get it off in time. So yeah, let me just get a quick M1 on this survivor here, and I might as well just chase her down. She's gonna go to this building, but it is pretty easy to mind game as any killer, and especially as the pig with her crouch. So let me just do that here, and we should just be able to get her around this loop, since I'm pretty sure there is one. Oh my god, we did get the survivor to die from our head trap though, so that's perfect. And the Carlos also has an active one on, so I will just get her down here, and then open the locker as soon as I can in case he's anywhere near us opening the head trap. And yeah, I have no left, so I'm just gonna pick her up and get her onto a hook normally. But we did already get one kill, and we might as well get two. If we play our cards right, then the Carlos should hopefully die, but we also got so much slowdown that we have 2 gens left and already almost 2 survivors dead. I will kick this gen real quick, and I'm pretty sure there was a survivor running there, and yeah, I can see them in the distance. I guess I'm just gonna leave the Carlos be for now, and I'm just gonna go for the Nia. That's fine with me too, since they're all injured and they're probably gonna die anyways. And I don't think the Nia will make any pallet, or at least any good ones, so you can just crouch or just get her down normally. And yeah, as I said, she doesn't make anything. Oh, but I do hear Carlos trying to get his trap off, so I will kick this pallet real quick. Unfortunately, he did get the timer off, but he didn't get the trap off. So you could hear the laughing in the distance, which meant he did successfully like finish the box, but he didn't get the trap off. So as long as we like get him off the other traps, we should still be fine. And never mind, he got his trap off. But hey, at least we find him here, so it's not that bad of a deal. And yeah, I'm just gonna fall down after him from the main building here, and we should be able to chase him, especially that all the pallets around this loop has been used. So we can just go up here, and we should just be able to down him no matter what over here. That's perfect. I will pick him up since there's a hook right next to me anyways. And even though the Nia is nearby, then she can't get the flashlight safe since you are looking away. Let me just hook him here and then kick this gen in case they were trying to work on it. I will also open this locker in case they're nearby, so you'll see their auras. But yeah, we did find the Nia here, so that's perfect. She's injured, and we're just gonna get her down right over here, and that's great. Every survivor is also on death hook, so after we hook them, then they just instantly die. Alright, let's just hook this Nia here, and then we can go back to these survivors since they're definitely healing. And then after we get them, then it's basically game over. Like, they have nothing to do. And alright, I can already see the scratch marks here. And nice, we see the Yun here, so I'm just gonna go like this, and she's definitely gonna drop the pallet, so we get the injure here, and that's perfect. I will just chase after her since I'm pretty sure she doesn't make anything, so we can just hopefully get her here. Even if she vaults, then she's gonna vault back or not. That's pretty fine with me since we can just get her here either way. Oh my god, and I'm pretty sure the Carlos is here too. There are no hooks nearby, unfortunately, so we can't go after him immediately. But there is one there, so if he doesn't go for the body blocks, we should be able to hook her. And then we can just instantly go for him. So let me just do that real quick. And then he is over here. So let's just follow his scratch marks. I will actually just kick the pallet so we can see his aura for 6 seconds too. And that's perfect. We can just go after him now. He did use dramaturgy, so he is really fast, unfortunately. But yeah, now I don't doubt he will find the hatch, so we can just chase after him and we should be fine. Just like this, we get the M1. And he is stuck in shack, so that's great. I will hopefully just go around and he should be pretty dead. And yeah, I'm pretty sure all the pallets around this loop are used up, so let me just get him here. And perfect, let's just marry him and see you in the next video. Also, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, so bye!